state.
How many of you remember or are familiar with the soliloquy from Shakespeare's Hamlet? You know what I mean. It begins to be or not to be. Well, I recently came across a variation of that famous work in a combination bar guide and almanac. It's called the Congressman's Soliloquy, and it goes something like this. To tax or not to tax? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to use my common sense and suffer the slings and arrows of disgruntled constituents, or to make sure of their votes by giving them what they think they want. But what if we should mortgage our children to give ourselves more a Roman holiday? Now that parody paints a perfect portrait of the pathetic plight portending our posterity. Our prospects have been pawned on the pretext of promoting prosperity. But the palpable purpose is to prolong your proxy's possession of their perks. They're pillaging the pantry while you're peddling in the parlor. They pander to parochial passions while peddling their produce to the plutocracy. Even as pensioners, they participate in the plunderage by pocketing the proceeds of their patrons' prodigality, thus preventing planetary perishment of politics of the people, by the party, for the prosperous. Our patriot painters didn't prophesy the procreation of permanent platoons of politicians perennially patrolling the portals of power. Their purpose in producing the Pandect was to provide a principled plan for the peaceful passage of position and to prevent pretensions to the partner's privileges by the presiding partitions. One provision of the Pandect is a prescript that the President periodically present to the Palace of Proxies a prognosis on the Pale's pursuit of prosperity. For prolonged periods in the practical past, the poltroons of Parliament have been poaching on the President's prerogative. The Pack Mule Party premiered, the Pachyderm Party protracted the practice of publicly panning the President's precepts and propositions and poo-pooing the prognostications by the party out of power. This is not pro forma.
Oh my gosh.
There's a pronounced paucity of probity pompously parading passengers of the country.
How can you even
Propriety is passé. Perfidy plays a principal part in the passionate pursuit of profitable pork. Politicals push to procure their own portion of the porcine pie by promoting petty personal projects, prostituting their positions for preferments, placements, and pelf, and by playing patty cake with the plutocrats while piously protesting that penny pinching in programs is a priority. They even pay a parson to practice praying before preying upon his poor people. When pinched, with palms plunged into the public's purse, or pubescent pages' pants, they proceed to practice panicky-pinky pointing to petty prosecution, or petulantly plead that their pecayune peccadillo was purely a product of pressing personal problems. Pah! A persistently perceived of peculiar pungency percolated from that political blessed house. But what particularly pan-fries my pork is whatever proposal the President presents. The peculators in Parliament procrastinating in proffering their patronage and plotting ploys to prevent any such potentiality. And when the projects and plans don't pan out, the predictable postscript to that particular practice, they pillory the President as a patently pie-eyed poltroon. The President pilots the packet of polity past pelagic perils, but it's the Parliament that provides the propulsion. It is not possible to ply that pathway to prosperity and preservation, with the propellers pinioned by the pernicious politicking and perverseness presently pervading that place. The playwright's parody presents us with a palpable presumption that it's imperative that the people pop up in pietistic patches and pinch these pimples on the public's pan.
Right on, George.
Oh, Lord.